Hello, everybody. I'm fixing the stand thing. A Kevin, a Michael Skill Modeling Garage. Hey, Joey. Probably tomorrow morning we'll send out your Jeep. Hey, Jeff Loss. Hey, Jimmy. Well, Michael's come out building the 67 two-door Impala that will have a 67 Chevelle Pro Street chassis underneath that will be widened and extended. And it's going to have... Oh, where's that picture? I know I got a picture of it. I'll probably find it later, but we'll be putting a big old Hemi with a little blow top or top hat thing, whatever they're called, in it. Basically, kind of making a pro mod drag car out of it. That's what I'm doing. Because they'll have a hood scoop on it with the big old top hat coming out of it. Gonna have a wing on the back. On that, so it's kind of a, you could say, a kit bash slash a custom build. So I mean, I am kit bashing, but I gotta do some customizing to make the kit bashing work. And in it, and all y'all are more welcome to hop on. Last night on, I think it was Bob's stream, we had cut the fender wells off to the hollow body and the Chevelle frame. Jimmy, this makes more sense than taking the Bel Air and making it four-wheel drive or some random car. And two, it's a drag car. I mean, people put Chevys and Fords. I seen YouTube short. A guy put a Hemi. I don't know if it was a Hemi, but he put a Dodge motor in a Ford. It was a Ford pickup, and he called it a Fodge. And it was a drag truck. And also, too, it's my build. I build it how I want. It's not your build, Jimmy. I know I got that picture right here somewhere. Here it is. Found it. That is what's going in there. Not for sure if I want to do it roughly like the picture is, roughly almost everything's chrome, or if I'm going to paint the motor orange. Because I mean, technically, it's still kind of right with the car, because Chevrolet motors, most of them were orange, even though it's a Dodge. But I have not fully decided on that yet. I do have some wire I found, because today in my electrical class we did a bunch of wire stripping. I seen this lying on the ground. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take it. It looks like be almost perfect size to make distributor spark plug wires. But at the same time, you gotta love that Hemi though. I mean, I've already put a Hemi in a Chevy already for a model. Also, too, you gotta think too. Well, it's also a model. It's not real life too. And two, I don't know if there'd be anything that would fit the little top hat or whatever it's called in little supercharged thing on any other motor. So that's why I just got the Hemi. It's just have an entire motor set up for it. But a Hemi's probably more powerful than a 454. I will say that. Yeah. Which I mean, Joey, a lot of people put their Ford like Model A coupes on it. What's the main motor choice? Chevrolet motors. That's what you see mainly in them. Then I got some more stranded copper wire. Yeah, that's true, but now I would put a Mopar in a Chevy, not Ford. Screw Ford. Now I would put a GM in a Ford. Yeah. I know. Do I look like a man? No. Am I a man? No. Do you look like you're from Ireland? Yes. Are you the redheaded stepchild? Yes. Blasphemy. I'm not sure if I'm going to name it or not, but think about painting it an iris purple. Even the wing too. Probably before I start anything, I need to do some. I need to do anyways. For because all I'm touching Lucky Charms up, right? You know, I haven't had any for a long time, but I'm touching them Lucky Charms. Love eating the marshmallows. And I do not want to know how they are magically delicious. So Monday and then Thursday and Friday, I'm gonna have my buddy from school, and we're gonna do a buddy build because right after school, I'm gonna go to the hobby store. I'm gonna pick myself up a kit for a group build, and then he's gonna get himself a kit, and then we'll come over and we'll build it. Don't have time for Tuesday because I got a dentist appointment, and then Wednesday church, so don't have time. So. All right. Now we're to begin to sort of straighten up a little bit. Also, what's funny is that I'm sitting here building a 6'7" Impala. Yeah, later, get close. You know what's funny? Sitting here right behind me is a '67 Impala in parts. And I don't think my dad built it. I think it's one of my dad's buddies and just gave it to him. It's basically the same kit. Just some things are wonky, like the the windshield backlights is all painted the body. It's just weird. It's blue body with a green and black interior with a black floorboard and all that with a orange frame. And of course some parts have come off, but motor, all that. There's a hood, but it's somewhere else. And that's where I get the hood trim piece I'm missing for this Impala. Just rip it off the hood and put it on there. And maybe make this 6'7" Impala like a rust bucket. There we go. There we go. Even got water. Probably brake lines and distributor wires. The grill's out of it somewhere in the rear. Because I think I dropped it one day and it popped out. It's missing windshield wipers. The way it looks right now almost looks like a lowrider in the back. I mean, it won't work that way. It's way too low. Below the body, below the tire. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Broke the glass a little bit, but like there's anything I do, I mean, the sucker's painted, so. Probably just rip the glass out of it and just have it like it's a hardly any glass in it. The glass got taken out of it and it's sitting there, sitting in the field, rusting, rotting away. Alright, now I'm just trying to find a box to put this in. Any of y'all can hop on. Goes to my head, makes me think so. What needs? Well, I have spare motors. 396 from the Chevelle and then a 427 from the Impala. Use the 427 make like a Copo Camaro. I mean, I'll have like extra frame and chassis from the Impala, but have like extra. Then I'll have that body left over from the Chevelle. All right, I'll check here and there, see what y'all say, and if anybody pops backstage to hop on. So, okay. Okay, JoJo. We did. Got to believe my head. I was wrong. Straighten up first. Where I build my walls at before I do any building. Connect to the glove, stick to the sticker. Please. Really don't stand. Hey, Britta. I'm sitting here trying to straighten up a little bit before I do some modeling. Because, well, it needs to be done anyways. But anyway, I can still hop on and do whatever. Against my feet. And for those who do not know, I got this kit. You're fine, Britta. Also got this kit to build, but one small issue. I'm missing my body and my frame. I got everything else. So if anybody in the community has a body or frame, let me know. It's for a 70 Mustang Mach 1. This is a kit from 2007. If you got at least the frame, that'd be good. If not, I'll just scratch build a frame, might make a race car out of it. Not sure quite yet. It'll be a while before I do this. Yeah, I believe also might have a missing door panel too. I mean, it's got an interior tub that you put door panels in, but I believe I got this stuff. We got that missing. Wouldn't mind having the full complete kit of this. I mean, my dad's got parts lying around for it. Don't know what happened to it because I don't mind building those. Hey, Jason. Hey, Steven. Right now, I'm just straightening up. Straightening up the, well, I guess you would call it shop. It's actually a kitchen, because that's where I build all my walls at. Just trying to get some things straightened up before I do any building. I think I'm going to sit down for this one. I got a box full of nothing but sprues. That I'm saving. Was originally going to do like a rock climber. I was going to build all like the roll cage stuff out of the sprues. Just haven't got around to it yet. So I got a bunch. So I'm gonna try to straighten up a box so I can get all. Because I got some just lying around too. These two look like frames. Already started working on my Pro Mod, Jason. Already cut the fender wells off from the body and the Chevelle chassis. I gotta widen it and extend it, and then start building on the motor. Hey, Chuck. I think instead of barrel monkeys, I think I got a box of sprues. Don't you all think? I mean, I just pulled it up. I'm sitting here holding up probably about a foot away from the ceiling fan. Look at it. Holy cow. Why is it crooked all of a sudden? My latest info. I've got a bunch of these individuals. Smaller stuff, because I'm going to try to put all the big stuff at the bottom. Y'all are more welcome to hop on. I don't think anybody's backstage. Nope, nobody's backstage. Never heard the noise that somebody's backstage. see if I can get all the big stuff. Hey, Ryan. I'm sitting here straightening up before I do any work on the Pro Mod Impala. Trying to make my box full of nothing but sprues neater. Because earlier I pulled it out and instead of a barrel full of monkeys, it was a box full of sprues. Hey, Ron.
Hey. Stefan. I think I saw your name in the chat, but forgot to say hello to you when I wrote everybody else's name. Anyway.
Yeah.
So you're working on the Pro Mod or just doing all straightening up and everything before you get into it?
That's just going to straighten up first so I have to do it so I don't have to worry about it later.
All right. I finished up my senior build this morning. Got the door handles and the side mirror and the wiper blades and the tail lights and stuff in it, and I think it's done. All that's missing is the title, so I can give it to Terry and let him sign it. No.
His spirit will sign it.
Yeah, he knows it's his. But if he leaves this room with it, I don't know.
Yeah. A little bit ago, instead of having a barrel full of monkeys, I had a box through a spruce. Because I mean, I picked one up. It was one after another coming out. They're all dangling. It was probably
Right.
about 5 foot long.
They make good pickup sticks too.
So then they're making the box neater.
Yeah, I usually tend to snap them at the corners, and if there's a straight piece that doesn't have any extra sprue or tabs on it, I'll throw it into my long sprue, round sprue box, and then everything else, I just chuck it. I got more than enough.
I've been saving spruce probably for past like 20 builds.
Yeah, you know as well as I do. There's a few shapes and pieces that look like they'd be fun for something.
And I got some that look like actual frames. I got some that are big and thick. Some are skinny.
Yep. Yeah,
Shapes.
the really thin round ones, I like to keep those, or the ones that are like half round. One side's flat and the other side's not.
And I got these that look like they could be used for frames. Got 2 of them.
Those ones you showed last time, yeah. Yeah, might be a little on the wide side, but for a custom creation, I don't see why not.
And almost looks about wide enough for to fit the Impala. I mean, it'll probably be wide just a little bit, maybe. But
Well, it's only sprue. Worst case scenario, you cut it and glue it back together, and if you mess it up, well, you got another one.
Here you go.
My dog must really want me to play with him. He's got 4 toys in here right now. Normally only brings one, and once in a while he'll run off without it, but normally if there's a toy in here he wants me to play. Now he's got 4 of them in here. He's pretty serious about it, ain't you, bud? Yeah.
Wolf, wolf.
Silly dog. I'll be right back. I need to top off my coffee.
Da-da-da.
What, you want to come up here? Come here. Come here, we get you up here. Or is that down there? Bark, bark. Bark, bark. You say hi to everybody? Huh?
Woof, woof.
Say bark, 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 bark. Say bark, bark.
Let the dogs outrun.
I just lifted him up on the desk. There you go, kiddo. There you go. Bark, 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 bark. Yep. To where everybody is.
Yeah, I even got this frame piece. Looks like ready to put a rear end in. Well, actually, not frame
Yeah.
piece. It's screw actually like that.
Yeah, I got a few like that myself. Some strange, odd shapes here and there.
I got this little box thing that has the springs in it, and it reminded me of that 79 Trans Am 16 scale kit that I got. It comes with the actual springs in it for the suspension for the
Yeah.
front.
There's a few of them that used to do that back in the day.
Which I've only built one
What's up,
16
Chuck?
scale.
Only one big scale?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it didn't have metal springs. And it was a 57 Bel Air convertible.
I just watched dude's video about the Mako shark last night. And it's 1/25th scale, old original 1965 issue MPC, and it had multi-piece front suspension with the real coil springs in it. There was probably more parts on the chrome sheet than there was anything else. Really cool looking kit, 25-piece trailer, all kinds of stuff.
It's up to you.
What's Chucky up to tonight?
Truck Norris. Instead of cluck cluck, we got Chuck Chuck.
Rita, what's up?
Then I actually have a frame here for a 55 Chevrolet pickup. It's already got the steering box in it.
Cool.
Had a motor in it one time, but ripped the motor out of it and put it in a model. Put it in an OBS.
The old straight six or the little V8?
Little V8, pretty sure it was the 283.
283, 265, yeah, one of the two. Small block. Cool. Finished your carrying case. Nice.
Hey, round, I just found a piece of sprue that you was talking about where it's round on one side and flat on the other.
Half round. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's flat on this side. It's rounded on that.
It comes in handy for interesting detail things.
Yep.
Nifty, nifty. That's right. Britta took a plane ride. Well, a couple of plane rides after the breakdown,
Hey,
or not the transfers. What's up, Joe?
who's Joe? It's not Joe Mama. It's Joe Barabo.
You sure that's not Joe Mama? Maybe it's Joe Papa.
Yeah, maybe it's your papa.
Not baby daddy, Joe Papa.
Yo, daddy. So, daddy's your daddy food. Red, red wine. Stay close to me.
Red wine makes John feel so fine. Makes him loopy all of the time.
I got it stuck in my head. I'm gonna listen to it.
It's been there for about a week. I don't pity you. We all get brain worms like that nowadays.
But, and that's a song about basically getting drunk off of red wine, but it's better than other stuff that's out there.
Yeah, there's plenty of other stuff, that's for sure.
I will say that better than other things. But it's more so the music's what got me hooked to it.
Speaking of, what did the grape say when it got stepped on?
Squish. Um,
It didn't say anything. It just let out a little whine.
uh, step.
Gotta love them dad jokes, man. Some of them are so stupid, but some of them are so simple and funny.
Got some GMC square body decals. Flying around.
You got a model box or something that you put all your decals in?
No.
I got one of them slightly bigger flat boxes from the Uptown series, and it's just full of decals.
People from Nevada must be car nuts, judging from the slice plate on this decal sheet.
I got a drawer just for license plate decals, another one for stripes, another one for flames, another one for lettering.
I'm not sure what kit it goes to. I do know it's a GM kit because there's a decal here for air cleaner. It says Turbojet 350 horsepower.
Turbojets.
Which I think is
You did a 70 and a half Camaro, right?
good.
It wasn't the Baldwin Motion, it was
This
just a 70 and a half.
this is an old decal sheet.
Hmm.
Later, brother. Are there any other trash?
I'm going to do all kinds of stuff you ain't going to do. Have a good one there, Greg. We'll see you next time, Breda. Don't let other people or other voices bother you. Do what you do to make you happy.
Just about over here.
Well, now that I've finished seniors build, I'm in that predicament again of which one do I build next?
Could do the senior breakfast build.
That's one that's on my list.
Get ready to pick me up one when I want to build for it on Monday.
Yeah, I got a 86 Grand National, or 86 or 87, one of the two. Grand National that I'm going to do up like my version of my car in the Wreckfest game. Sadly, I was never able to play with him or race against him because they were always on Xbox console stuff or whatever, and I was always PC player. But he'd have smashed me if he saw me. Believe me, he would. And then I got a 49 Mercury that I got to wait. I can do that anytime between now and October. I got a little gypsy doom buggy that I want to build at some point. I was hoping I would have got Bob's card today, but I'm guessing maybe tomorrow. Then I can work on my Trans Am.
Whenever it shows up.
I mean, I can work on it anytime. I don't need the decals at first, but it's gonna be white with red instead of black and gold like the Bandit.
I had that for years.
Turn off the no, that's where when I was sitting there starting to. It was there. Blade came out and fell on her. And I got to fix it. That's what's going in there.
Greetings, fellow elbow. I don't know who you're standing next there, John, but I see an elbow.
That's old Dad.
Well, hi, old Dan. Greetings.
How you doing?
Oh, you know, satin sassy. I do well. I see Donnie jumped in the chat too.
I'm telling you, I'm wanting to take that right there and put it in an S10.
Sure, it'll fit in S10?
It should.
For a small truck, there's a lot you could do with an S10.
Yeah, I've got 3 of them right now.
I know. Jonathan has showed us the blue one and the couple outside on the driveway there, or whatever. Cool projects.
Yeah, projects.
Like 10 plus year projects.
Well, I put that 350 in that truck in 2013.
Yeah, I think it's
It was
Ain't too super hard to swap out motor mounts and drop one in there, is it?
no. It run. It's got a stock 2.8 frame motor mount. Then you buy the motor mounts from Advanced Adapters to bolt up to it. That truck was originally a 4-cylinder.
Yeah, and that just shifts the mounting points, but keeps the original that was in the truck.
Yeah, I've got the stock dry shaft in it and the stock cross member. It's all in the stock location.
Right.
It's got a 700R transmission in it.
Cool. Overdrive.
Yep.
That's a lot better than doing 75 on the freeway winding out.
Yeah, and the truck's got 410 gears in it.
Nice. All the more reason to have an overdrive.
Yeah, I had when it was the 4-cylinder, 5-speed. I was going down the interstate pushing 3,200 RPMs.
At about 60.
5.
Yeah, in a headwind.
Yeah, and that's in a 4-cylinder. I'm telling you, you can on the interstate in a 4-cylinder, which the 4-cylinder it was bored over 60.
Dang.
Going down the interstate, you can almost watch that gas gauge go down.
Yep.
In a 4-cylinder.
mile per hours go up and the gas is going down. You can
Yeah.
watch them meet in the middle like windshield wipers.
But where we live in West Virginia, having all these hills, I could pull hills like crazy in that 4-cylinder.
Yeah, with 411 gears, that's a lot of torque.
Yeah, I need to get me that S10. But I want the S10, but it's not all-wheel drive. Because that one up there that we done was all-wheel drive.
But I think that's about
The only one
yeah, of what's out there. If you get the older ones, you probably pay a good penny for it.
You know, that would make an awesome sleeper to have the 80 square body S10 with a big V6 on the side and have the 3.8 Buick Grand National motor in it.
Yeah.
It's just a V6.
Well, see what GMC done with the Cyclone, don't you?
Oh yeah, but those are all 4-wheel drive, the Cyclone and the Typhoon.
Yeah.
Put one at 2-wheel drive, lighten the load a little bit.
Yeah, they used the Astro van all-wheel drive up under.
Yep. I mean, they had the 3.8 V6s in some of them S10s, didn't they? Just not turbocharged or anything.
No, they just they came with the 2.5 4-cylinder, a 2.8 V6, and a 4.3. Now you get in the earlier motor models. Some of them there was a few diesel motors came with them, and there was a 2.0 4-cylinder, but that one was junk. They replaced it with that 2.5 Iron Duke, and that Iron Duke's actually a Pontiac motor.
Yeah, Pontiac made some good stuff. It was crazy how they had one block but like 7 different cubic inch displacement motors.
Mm.
I'm sure a little 3.8 would fit in there. If you can go from a 2 point to a 4.3 or whatever, there's 3.8's right in the middle.
Well, his truck right now, that S10 that he's got, it's got a 3.8 in it, but it was originally a 2.8, but it's bored out to a 3.8.
Right. Make it a little snappier.
Yeah.
383 stroker.
Yeah, I know. You want to go 383. Stroker.
Have the visor on it.
Yeah, I think it's a 79 Chevy 350 motor trans out of an old van. I'd seen it sitting on the side of the road at a buddy's house for a long time, and he finally moved it up towards the front by the driveway and put a sign on it, $200 or best offer. And I pulled in. I said, "Does it run?" He goes, "Let me grab a battery and some gas. We'll find out." And he connected it and turned it over, and it wasn't froze. Didn't want to fire off or whatever, but I'm like, "All right, I'll give you 100 for it." He's like, "You haul it out of here, you can have it."
Hey,
I
Bob.
gave him $100 for it. And, what's up, Bobby? Brought it home, pulled the motor and trans out of it, and a few of the cool little doodads that were in the van because the rest of it was just rotted. You open the back doors and the driver's side door wanted to just fall off. It's like, yeah, no, we closed that back up.
Yeah. Back to that S10 that I've got. It with the 350 in it. I still got the clutch pedal in it, and the automatic shifter comes up through the floor where the 5-speed did.
Right.
And if you look at the truck, when you go in and look at it, you would think that it's still a standard.
Right.
And honestly, to start the truck, you got to shove the clutch in because where it has the neutral safety switch on it,
Yep.
you got to shove the clutch in to start it.
Did you finish it, Bob?
Yeah, it's finished. That's what I was doing, was shooting the video. I'm getting ready to shoot the pictures now.
Cool beans. They're going to be uploaded before the night's over or tomorrow? Or?
Probably tomorrow.
Cool.
Yeah,
I look forward to it.
I mean,
I'll have to edit. I'll have to edit later tonight and upload it, so probably up sometime tomorrow.
that's how good it's working. Even though it's getting ready to be summer.
I got my senior build done this morning too.
Very good.
All my final little detail pieces on it.
Now, since it's fixed, the airbag, I'm going to look up because it says he said he tried to take his scanner and turn it off, but his scanner, even though he's got a $100 scanner, it wouldn't take it off. Big as a board. Yeah.
Hey, Donnie.
Any more update on good old brother Don?
I haven't heard anything.
My mom just went up for her appointment today and found out that her blood pressure was a little out of whack. So they got her some meds that she got to go pick up tomorrow. Hopefully get it settled a little better. And she's got an appointment to go find out what's wrong with her thyroid. She's doing, but she's getting aged. That looks like a perfect place for spray paint, right next to the kitchen stove. Maybe Monday. All right. Well, that's something. It sucks to have to wait the weekend out. But is he still in the hospital or is he at home?
Hello, Joe, and everybody else in the chat.
Oh, he's in the hospital. That sucks, man. Because then you got a massive hospital bill just sitting there waiting. I think that's going to make a nice set once you get the trailer done and all three of them together.
Yeah.
What I'm going to pick up Monday for senior record build. I'm going to pick up Duke Wild
You're breaking in and out. What you going to grab?
72.
72 what?
70 Buick
Oh, the Buick GSX. Gotcha.
Wildcat.
Yeah, I
You
thought about doing the Wingman, but it looks more like a Cadillac than a Belvedere, so I was like, not using that one. I got one of them snappers that it's like a '58 Belvedere, kind of like Pristine. Being a snap kit with solid black windows, it would have made a perfect one to do all the interior fun stuff on as a Wreckfest build.
pretty sure one of the series plus
Why does your phone keep breaking in and out?
you know that oh, 3 bars. Not one.
It keeps cutting in and out. It makes it hard to hear half of what you said. I don't know if it's my end, your end.
No, he's breaking out. He's breaking up.
All right. So I have to teach the boy sign language.
Well, it would take 5 seconds. 20 minutes. I think I'm ready to do more.
Let me.
And the post office said your package is here, but I haven't gone upstairs yet to look, Ryan.
Cool. Yeah, I kind of figured it'd be 3 days, whether it was Friday or Saturday. All depended on when the truck was there, if it was already scanned and ready to go, or if they had already picked everything up and left before I got there.
Well, here it's a small town, so a lot of times they'll tag it as delivered, and you won't actually get it till the next day.
Yeah, delivered to the post office,
Yeah.
but not to the customer.
No, it'll still say like left in front porch or whatever, but they won't. If it comes in after they do the rounds today, they'll go ahead and tag it as delivered, but you won't get it till the next day.
Now, if we had actual snail mail, Jess would be busy.
But with no, it would take us forever to get a package as slow snails are.
Not if it was Jess.
But not Turbo, the world's fastest.
As long as you don't crop dust the packages. Now, come on.
What else? There, 7 seniors breakfast group meals.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find a kit to do for that when I'm at the show this weekend.
Kind of reason why I chose that one. Well, it is a Craftsman series, but it will have that what I call the fake motor and hoods molded on. But that's also a good thing because when I go heat up, start smashing it and all that,
Right.
it'll be and what where I want it. I'll have to just go put it. And it takes screws to attach the frame to the body, so I sit there and have it screwed in, and then heat it and all that.
Right. Flying Fortress, what's up?
It's a pretty sign.
My director group is still going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find a funny car or a Top Fuel going on at the show Sunday for that. That's my plan.
The only problem I ever had with the Top Fuel cars as far as models go is trying to display them. So long. I usually got 3/4 boards, 6-inch, sometimes 8-inch wide. And most of my cars sit at a slight angle on them.
Yeah, well, I bought some of those for the hearse. I had to buy those like 15-inch long.
Right.
Okay, so I'm hoping if I do a Top Fuel that it will fit in that.
Flying Fortress is asking for your details on your dragster build.
Basically anything that's a drag car or truck, you can make it a truck and dragster. As long as it's a dragster from lowest to lowest, like factory drag car, street car, whatever, up to like Top Fuel. And
so drag bikes included?
I actually never did thought about the bikes, but you know what? Sure.
Well, I mean, they do have a drag class, with the big tire on the back and the long wheelie bar out back. I think that'd be kind of wicked.
Yeah, but for my group build, I never thought about bikes.
I mean, it's dragster.
A dragster. And it started on March 1st and it's going to go until June 1st.
So, in other words, if I built a factory stock muscle car and went to the street stocks where it was factory original and they still did like 13, 14-second drag times, it would still count as a dragster? I'm kidding.
Hey,
it would technically count, but it's not technically a drag. What's up, Leon?
Howdy, John Flowers.
What's Leon working on? Yeah, 69 Charger funny car. That would be a dragster.
Or if you want to do kind of what I'm doing, turn a vehicle into a dragster.
Right. Leon's working on a 57 Chevy Nomad.
Oh.
Nice.
Build a 57 or build a 56. If that was 56 was before you two. Now I just need a 55.
Yeah, I need to get me a couple more of the 55s.
And I need a 55 stock. I got a 55 color grade as a stock. All right. One. No matter. Windshield looks like it's through snow on it.
What's up, Mark? Doing good myself. How about you?
I'm doing fine. And another 55.
We're picking about every third word from you, Jonathan.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's so hard to hear.
You might need to bounce out and back in.
Yeah, refresh the screen or something.
Yeah.
We'll try.
Number 4, Kordak. Wasn't that Sterling Marlin? Ian Neal's mobile?
What about now?
So far, so good.
So far, yeah, a little better.
Anyways, what else?
Ernie Irvin, that's it.
Uh, 55 Nomad.
Yeah, you're still breaking up.
Welcome.
You got inclement weather by you, or nice weather, or what? Yeah, I thought it was Sterling Marlin who drove it as well. Probably a different year, but I could have swore it was one of those mobiles. Yeah, you need to get a little better at sign language.
Trust me, if I try to move out of this state, it'll be a lot better. Our roads here, they're always will be falling apart. I mean, they don't even fix the road until it's drive limit.
Right.
Yeah,
Why is it your car has to be roadworthy before it can drive on the road, but the roads don't have to be car worthy?
But
Why is it they always talk about people being disgruntled, but you never hear us say anything about anybody being gruntled?
Right? That's an interesting one.
I'm feeling very gruntled today.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to answer the "How are you?"
I'm gruntled.
Yeah. What the hell does that even mean? Let me look it up.
You know, the postal workers are always disgruntled, but you never see hear about one being gruntled.
Gruntle is an adjective. Humorous, pleased, satisfied, and contented. Yeah, it's definitely a definition you can use to answer the "How are you doing today?" kind of question. That's good. I like that.
One more.
See, that's my kind of smart ass humor. I like that.
What's that?
he does hobby help work, or if I just need to start.
I'd help answer your question if I could hear you. Yeah. I see that. There's nothing in the way of the microphone or anything like that, or magnet near your phone or anything?
Okay. Dam's done.
No telling what would cause that then.
What was it?
Just in case somebody's wondering, this is my company's coming workbench site.
Got the clean version?
as opposed to the family room side. You know, Grandma had that room in the house that nobody was ever allowed to go into because it was
Right.
horrible. It had the plastic covered furniture and all that stuff. Okay. Now then, okay, so he is done. I guess I'll start cleaning models for the show on Sunday. And packed up.
We're gonna start on the motor.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey,
I got Andrew.
Pew-pew-pew. What's up, buddy?
thank you, came on.
You're welcome, buddy. You like it?
Yeah,
Cool. I hope you have fun building it.
I will.
What are the odds that he wouldn't have? Pretty slim.
Probably. You got my very first new shop car. Dad got number 2.
Are you going to?
Hey everyone.
Hey,
Welcome
hey.
to our channel.
Hey, Royce.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it a whole bunch.
That's all right.
Just like the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell.
Team Andrew is happy and excited is worth every penny of it.
Yes, he was.
He's so excited.
You just can't hide it. Because I know.
Is missing from the airport.
What are you building, Kimon?
He's taking pictures to get ready for his. Well, actually, he's done taking pictures, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna edit a couple of them here real quick so I can share them on the screen.
Cool.
I took a couple with my phone so I could upload them directly to my computer without having to get out the card reader and everything. They won't be as high a resolution as the ones I take with the DSLR.
Yeah, but at least you can share them.
Yep.
Kevin, Marcy.
Hey, Marcy.
I did my airplane.
You got your airplane. Little higher.
What's that coming out of the feed?
Pretty good, man. Was it a fun build?
Yeah.
Cool. So what you gonna work on next?
It's not done. It's only paint.
Ah, yeah. Got paint. Louie, Louie.
Yeah, I did end up lowering the front stance on the truck a little bit. I wasn't quite happy with it when I was looking at it today, so I
It did look like it
popped
was a
the front
little
wheels
high,
off.
but I think that's just part of the kit in and of
That's
itself.
part of the kit. If I was doing it strictly stock, I think it'd be all right. But
Well, even still, it just seems like it's a little high. I think mine is sitting at stock ride height, and it seems like a little nose high to me.
now it leans down. Well, I put smaller wheels on the front too, so it should.
Kind
Smaller
of
tires,
stacks it a little bit.
but it wasn't. It didn't do enough, so I did some creative suspension work.
I know that word.
Right, nobody ever sees the bottom of my car anyway, so we wouldn't. But the spindle attaches to the top of the back of the wheel, the back brake drum, whatever's supposed to be back there, instead of the center. Nobody would know.
Right.
It could work.
Over the years, I've found some very crafty ways to lower and raise a car. Usually on like a Revell monogram where they got the lower control arms all one unit with the spindles that come up that don't mount to nothing. If you cut the little pegs off, you can raise them up. You only get about 1/8 of an inch, but for a model kit, that's a lot.
Yeah, the bumper now is about the exact same height. The front bumper is the one on the 55, so I'm happy with that.
That's good. That's good. So did you find a trailer hitch to put on that?
I've got one. Actually, I got two of them. I've got two of those Chrysler Prowler kits that had the come with a little trailer.
Oh, the little trailer, yeah.
First one I built it without, so I've got the hitch from that one because I didn't put it on the car. I just got to go dig it out, paint it, and glue it on.
For anybody that wants to make a ball for their ball hitch, just put a piece of sprue in your Dremel and spin it and file out the semicircle cutout part where it gets closer to the bumper, and then round off the top, make your own little ball. Or just use a stick pin and a little piece of rod, tube rod,
Here.
Later.
Later, Jason.
And then if you want to present for me there, Jonathan. Here it comes.
Yeah, buddy. I think the white dash in the truck was a good call.
Yeah, I'm real happy with it. So I lowered that stance. That's where it sits now. In comparison to the 55, I'm real happy with that.
Yeah, before it was between the bumper and the turn signal on the 55. It was definitely up there a little bit.
But yeah, I'm real happy with the way with the color match and everything. Well, it's all the same, but
yeah, that would be odd if the color didn't match.
well, the different cans, the same brand, same color, but
Right.
2 different cans.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, buddy. Well
that's
done,
it.
man. Well done.
Let's see how it. Yeah, I lowered the front just a little bit, so it's sitting. Stop it, what?
Yeah, now it looks like the center of the hub is just above the rocker panel.
Yeah. Which gives it just that. Well, this will work.
Might be a small adjustment, but it makes a big difference. That's so hard to do, right? Yeah, I see a little bit of rake in it.
Yeah, so just a little bit, but yeah, it helped to tuck that front wheel up into the fender well a little bit better. It wasn't sticking out so bad. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So it brought the front bumper down to the same height as the car, so it's Dollar General.
Yeah, buddy.
Actually, this is Walmart one's the best choice. They're Walmart.
Are those the plastic tube or the paper tube?
Paper.
No, I got the both one.
We've had some with the plastic tubes, and they work good for like metal axle pieces, holders and bushings and
I got the
steering components, all kinds of fun stuff.
Well, as long as it's sitting here, let me make sure he's nice and clean. So
I remember back in the day when I was with my girlfriend about 6 years ago, the dollar store down there had this bag of suckers that I would always get, and they had plastic tubes.
yeah,
I'd just clip them right underneath the paper and have like a little over 2 1/4, 2.5 inch long tubing. I had a drawer full of them. They were the perfect dimensions for like rear axles. Because I had a bunch of pumpkins where an axle shaft would break off or whatever. So flush it up to the pumpkin, drill a hole through it, put a metal axle in it, slide the sticks over top of it, and mount my tires, and you'd never even know it wasn't an axle. So you can bring both of them to the show then?
yeah. I didn't think I'd have the truck done in time, but since it's done, I'll go ahead and take it.
Right.
I'll take it instead of taking the Mustang, because then I could save the Mustang to debut at Acme. Since I built it for Acme. Because it's $2 a model to enter, so I figured 10 models, $20. That's a good round
Right.
amount. And if I pack too many, then it takes forever to unpack them and pack them back up.
Right. It's a good way to support the club that's hosting.
Yeah. Same thing. I buy whatever $20 worth of raffle tickets, however many that gets. And if I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. And half the years I usually end up giving away half to 3/4 of the ones I get. So, but if I win in a raffle.
Well, there's never been a shortage of people who don't want models.
Didn't need to play like that.
In the last one, when I got like 17 of them out of, well, for $20 you got 30 tickets. And I got like 17 won that I won in the raffle.
A little better
I
than
gave away.
odds. That's impressive.
I gave away I gave away at least 10 of the kits, and like some decals and 3 or 4 books, and I kept like 5 or 6 of them. Yeah, no, I actually built one, and that was the Gotha. I built that 148 scale Gotha. That thing was a bitch. The old Aurora kit.
Yeah, they weren't the greatest molds, but they were some cool stuff, man.
Yeah, it turned out really well. But yeah, it was when I won it, and the guy handed it to me. He said, "Oh, you're gonna love this one." Like those guys, like I did. Apparently, he's the one that donated it. It had like 1 page of instructions with a front and back photocopy. That was all the instructions.
Kind of like an exploded view kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of the one for this B-58. This is one side, and that's the other side, and that's it.
Yeah, not a whole lot to it, but quite a bit in condensed little sections.
And it said like refer to photos for rigging detail. I think it's got 800 miles of rigging in it. Just give you like 2 little pictures.
Later, Donnie.
Later, Donnie.
Grab the box.
Had to go looking for some motor parts I came off my engine. Center trying to get all these little small peg things wherever off, and end up part of my cylinder head off.
It's a lot of work taking them off the screw thing, ain't there?
Yeah.
Here's a nice pro tip for you guys that go to shows. These are from Walmart. They're called Super Sliders. You get like 4 of them for $10.
For like underneath your couch and chair and table
Yep,
to make you slide.
yeah. Yeah, for like so you can slide it on the carpet.
Yep.
Type stuff. And they are the perfect size.
Yeah, buddy. That's
And
clever.
if you don't like that color, you can sand them down, rough them up, and hit them with a coat of paint.
Yeah, buddy.
Make this one kind of look like pavement asphalt. So you get like 4 of them. 4 of them for like $10.
That's pretty clever.
And just it's a nice finishing touch to your model.
Where you can find them at Walmart?
In the hardware section. That's where the glue and the paint and the tape and stuff are.
Yeah, they'd be kind of by the light bulbs and the tools, somewhere between the 2 of them.
Okay, so
They got all that little stuff where
They
there's
do
like
sometimes you can find them in black too, but
picture hangers and
all
all
over
that
the
kind of stuff.
cream color stuff. If you can get them in black too. They come in different sizes.
We're gonna shoot the gray or the green.
And if you really want to, you can cover it in bare metal foil.
Yeah,
Or sprayed in chrome.
Because I don't think I have yellow.
I imagine Don's gonna be in the hospital for quite a while.
And then
Yeah, paint level, like the brush it.
yeah, I have to mix it for you to hold.
Yeah, they had just mentioned that he's still waiting for money.
Then you go back and just detail paint all this stuff again. Okay.
Okay.
It wouldn't be that difficult because we can mask it up. We can mask it off and leave.
You can do it, Andrew. I believe in you.
We just had a liquid mask his canopy.
Ah, cool.
You can do it. I believe you.
Have a good one, Flying Fortress.
Is there an easier way to get parts off of stuff?
You can do it. I believe you.
Fingernail
Well-
clippers? Little nippers?
Because those that are snapped off.
Well, big parts like the block and stuff, you can just twist them and they'll come off.
Well, this stuff it's like sitting underneath.
The little fine stuff you're going to want to clip off, yeah, with your cutters.
Because I've been sitting there using a hobby knife going like behind us, and I snapped off a piece of my. Goes under.
No, you want to, on the fine parts, you want to use like the cutters
Little nippers.
to cut the points of the support off. The big parts like your valve covers, your heads and stuff like that, you can just twist them and they pop right off.
I just figured
You have to lightly sand the chicken spots off, the chicken skin on some of the parts. That's just part of doing it.
You can also use like a jeweler saw to kind of cut through the bottom and then peel them off as the part is off, right?
Yeah, you can cut everything off at the bottom, and still on some of the fine parts like belts and things, they're real fragile, and you try to pop them off, they'll break.
This is a long time.
I don't think I have any 3D parts here still on their sprue.
Mike.
Now, snapped it again.
Have anything still on the tree? Everything is fine. Here, I got some carburetors.
Did you break another one?
Same one. I've broken like 5 different pieces. Man, and how are you gonna get it off without breaking? Man, it broke again.
Can you use your hot knife trick?
I know it won't want to focus, but you can on this one. What I would do is to cut the supports here, ones on the top, so I don't break it. Then I can just twist it off, get all the ones underneath.
Hey!
So here, because it's like there's a tiny one here to the throttle linkage. If I try to break that off, it's just going to take the throttle linkage with it. So I have to cut those, and then once those are all clear, then you can just pop it off. Now, I don't have anything bigger here. Still on the raft. Everything else I got already off the raft. But then, yeah, you'll have to still go back and sand a little bit to get the chicken skin off, as I like to call it, where the bumps are from the supports. Let me find a home for this too.
Nice transmission.
It's from Miguel. I need to find a home for it.
Kind of a bummer to have that nice of a transmission hidden in the car that you can't see.
What I'll probably do with that one is kind of like what Mark Batson does usually. He'll build 2 motors.
Right, have one sitting outside the car.
Yeah. And use that, because you got to cut basically all that detail off the top of the transmission to fit it in the car, and you'll never see it. So
use it as a diorama piece more than an actual piece.
Yeah, do like a pro mod diorama and have it, the car taken apart with the engine and transmission sitting out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if they just do the 2, have it second one all on the stand next to the one in the car.
Do some bare metal framework and make it look like he's painting the firewall and getting the engine bay ready so he can put the motor back in.
Fine.
I guess I'm on to preaching thing. Remember? Goes slow and
I don't think we even heard 2 out of 12 words you just said.
Heck.
$650, man. To me, that's just straight up insane that somebody's willing to pay that much for a kit.
take me home.
$650, I could buy a real freaking car for that price.
Well, it might be probably a piece of junk, but
Not necessarily.
well, now that
I mean, anybody can buy my freaking 4-door Cutlass for $500 if they got it in cash.
well, at least around here, it's like
Mine runs and drives, is ready to go, turn the key and drive away. But well, at that price, if that gold rope wasn't real gold, I wouldn't have paid it. You heading out there, Andrew?
Coming back.
You'll be back? We'll be waiting for you.
Yeah, here's one of those. I bought 2 of these. And there's another one floating around in my house somewhere.
Nice badge. Gas, tire, and oil.
right. You mean we'll be waiting lock and loaded for it.
Yeah. Yeah, my pew-pew's got all kinds of pews lined up and ready to go.
Me home tonight.
Well, Joe, I guess the answer is 1 kit for that price.
Buy half a Millennium Falcon from Stanhope.
$650 for a kit. That to me is just crazy. 150, $200, that's still on the higher range of gays, but especially for a 124, 125 scale kit, you know. I can understand 65, 75, 80, pushing it to get to 100, you know.
Well, depend on the kit.
Yeah, I don't think there's one out there that I'd pay more than $40 for. I mean, me personally, for a car kit.
Yeah,
So 125th scale, 124, 125th.
for me, it would have to be like with my show rods, older kits that haven't been reissued. I'd consider paying the price just because they haven't been reissued and ain't coming out again anytime soon, you know. But if it's a common car or anything like that, yeah, no, not a chance.
Yeah, so like, there's a guy on eBay that basically has this car kit. He wants $70 for it.
Well, Joe, if it's any other kit at $20 a piece, let's say $30 a piece, that's 21, 22 kits. Without shipping, of course. Well, ever since they brought the original car out to the show and everybody's seen it, everybody's jumped on the bandwagon, the big fad. Oh my God, the car's come back. We got to get the model in $650. Yeah, okay, we'll grab it. Dude, calm down. Letting their emotions get the better of them.
But the uncertainty.
Yeah.
Unless you're a collector, why would you? I mean, there's 3 or 4 really decent 3D print files out for that thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that with car resurfacing, there's probably a good chance that they'll repop it. Unless you're a collector, if you're going to build it, why the hell would you want the antique kit anyway?
Yeah, of all things, if you're going to pay $650 for it, I wouldn't build it. It would get put in a glass box, That's a groovy little hot rod.
Yeah, this is the one I did for the old Tom appreciation build. Got a nice
Rat raw bulb.
Yeah, it's got the camera. The camera doesn't hate color shift paint, but it's got
little blue to purple.
Blue to purple, yeah. Purple Galaxy is what it's called.
She's a bird.
Got put its little meat under it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Of the 3D printed wheel. They took first place at the last IPMS show I went to.
Nice. Super nice.
Once I've done the show rounds with it, then I'll probably send it to Tom. If he needs another model, but
welcome back, Chuck. GTO.
Little GTO.
My 67. It's got rail chassis under it.
Yeah. Looks as good. Now, is that the same color yellow or?
No, this is Chrome yellow from Tamiya.
And the other ones are pearl yellow?
Pearl, yeah. And I've also got a lemon bug yellow that I haven't put on anything yet.
Not that it's your favorite color or anything, but when it comes to cars and trucks, what is the one more common color you find yourself having built the most?
Blue.
Same here. Blue and red is catching up.
I had 2 different. One is a really light blue, almost a silver. The color, I don't know if you see that 57 Ford I showed the other night.
Yep, the one you use for your Pontiac engines.
Yeah, that color, I use that all the time. That's a Duplicolor Perfect Match Avignon blue.
Right.
And then I've got one, what they call it. It's Duplicolor also. What is it? It is Quasar Metallic Blue.
Nice. I like the Sonic Blue. I think that's what it's called. Very similar to that. It's a nice, deeper, darker blue like that. But it's got that nice, bright pop in it.
Starting with the old Tom build, almost everything I've done has had either been pearl or color shift. I'm kind of on that kick right now.
Right.
Check.
Well, it's better than going with the pink and teal and the creamsicle and whatever it was in the late 80s, early 90s theme.
I did this one in yellow because I just wanted something that's really not Tom.
Right.
I mean, I've done it. I've got an orange one over there. I've got a purple one. I used to have a '67 GTO, so I built these all the time.
Yeah, it's a great car. Even in reality, it's a wonderful car.
So I've
I
got
think they got the body proportions so right on that car. It's not super long, but it's big. You know.
so I've got one in like a emerald hunter green. I've got one in that Avignon blue, the blue silvery looking stuff.
Right.
I got a street machine one that's dropped down in the weeds. It's a pearl white diamond dust, I think is what they called it. And I've got a gold orange one and a purple one beside the yellow one here. I've not done one in black yet. I need to do a black one.
Yeah, I tend to stick with like the burgundy maroon from back in the day was a fancy color, and otherwise I like to go for like a champagne gold. Sometimes a little bit of green tint to it. That's always kind of cool. I don't know. I love the odd colors from back in the day that were, you know, probably 50 of the cars out of 2,000 were made that color kind of thing, you know? Not super rare, but kind of neat.
Yeah, I just like picking colors on a lot of it, especially if I'm doing like a hot rod or street machine, something that's gonna pop and stick out from the crowd. That's kind of the reason for doing it, right? Yeah.
I don't know, Mini Mike. Gas Monkey Garage would love to paint all his cars green. But then again, he's stuck on the color of money. I've always wanted to get that soft metallic green from Subaru. Not the darker, but the really light pale colored green. That to me it looks really good. And I've seen a couple of Mustangs in a similar color, but it's got a little too much bright green in it.
Well, green, I've got that Firebird I was just cleaning.
Yeah.
That's a color shift, green to gold. Then I've got two of them. I got a Corvette done in the lime ice, Firebird done in lime ice, and I just did the Camaro in lime ice.
Yeah, I've still got a can of the lime ice. What's the darker one? Custom green metal flake. Una Capalaca. Spray enamel, whatever.
But that one's a color that I don't use. Well, I used it just to be different, but you needs to have a second color with it. You paint the whole car that color, it just looks weird.
Right.
You need to have a black or gold or something to. You need a complementary color. So that's what I'm looking for.
Bright purple with an orange breakup. Something to keep it from looking like Barney, but
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll get both of them. One I'm picking, one I'm not.
still struggling with that, John?
Yeah. Have to go one at a time. The car off, and I'm on my between the buttons. Other stuff's fine. You gotta do that one? Oh no. I gotta go find a small piece.
Did you try the hot knife to see if you could melt through the little screw?
No. Look, I don't know. Fine.
Yeah, this one I did all in the lime ice. It looks good, but it's just too much. Need to do something to break it up. Need some black stripes or something on it.
Yeah, it makes it the chrome doesn't quite pop on it as much.
Whereas this one's got the blue,
the black definitely looks good.
the black trim on it. Looks a whole lot, and they're the same, exactly the same. But this one looks good. I just need to do. I need to go back to this one and revisit it and put some black striping on it or something.
Nifty looking rides.
And inspiration for that one was this.
The little Hot Wheel, yeah.
Okay.
No money.
I've been sitting on my shelf for probably 10 years, 5 years, 6 years, something like that. Well, it's 2016, so probably almost 8 years, I guess.
Yeah, 7 or 8, depending on when they came out. Sometimes they come out the same time the real car does. Sometimes it's a little after.
Came out in 2017, yeah. So the 16 coming out with the 2017 Matchbox.
Yeah.
So, inspiration for this model kit.
That would make a nifty group build. Hot Wheel inspired builds or Matchbox builds or 164 childhood cars built as
Yeah, they
models.
did a Clone of Toy Group build a couple years ago, and I didn't get in on it, but that's kind of where it belongs. Would have gone over good.
I can think of a few cars in particular I used to have as a kid that I would love to have again. Turn into a model. Hot Wheels Stage Fright would be one in particular.
Go big, go Hot Wheels.
You're probably gonna have to wait till it comes out in theaters, Mike or Kevin. It'll be worth the admission. Cost you a like and subscribe. Cool, Mike.
No.
Yeah, Mike. It's on his members only's page. all the update videos are on the main channel, but if you want to see the final product, you got to be a member.
That was the case.
Yeah, I love the Trans Am.
This is the Snap Kit here.
Yep.
2016 Snap Kit. I painted it with a red that was a really metallic red, then put a candy red over the top of it.
That looks good. Nice rim choice.
Those are resin. These are the gasser. They're actually gasser wheels. American Racing gasser wheels.
Yeah, I wish I knew that Trans Am kit was available when the dude asked me to make one for him.
Yeah, it's a Flintstone kit. It's only like $14 or something like that.
Yeah, it would have saved me about 3 weeks worth of custom work.
And he uses the 2006 AMT kit for the donor for the rest of the parts.
Yeah, buddy.
I bought two of them because something like that. I wanted to make sure I had a spare.
Right.
So shit happens.
Yeah, I got the TV series Viper or 3D printed body. Turned around and built it, and the guy I got it from, he's like, "Well, why don't you just sell me that one? I'll give you this body, and then you can make another one." Made a few bucks off of it and got another body I can build, but I wasn't going to build them back to back, that's for sure.
Good enough. There's one there.
It'll touch up.
Yeah. Good thing I have more of that paint. In fact, I just bought another can of it yesterday.
Just so people know, I ain't lost all my marbles. They're still in the spray cans.
I used to take the cans apart and collect them, but I quit doing it.
I've blown up enough of them to know that it ain't worth the mess.
To me, I used a really cool looking blue marble in there. There's different ones, different brands of it, so it's kind of cool, but yeah. It's good, once you get a couple mason jars full of them, it's like, well, what the hell am I going to do with them?
I used to play marbles as a kid, had the big plastic 1 gallon jar or whatever it was. Take them to school and play at lunch and recess. Had the big steelies and big old stealers, I guess you'd call them, the thief cheaters, whatever. And then a bunch of the regular ones, and I still got, well, I'd say about the same amount I used to have back in the day. Just think that nobody wants to play marbles.
Yeah, I got a problem. Part
You
of
got a problem?
my exhaust came off, and the other ones I got hosed.
The nice thing with resin, you can super glue it together really well.
So
You can put those parts back
thing
together.
find where my tip is. I could probably try to find something to fill in that hole on the others, but I got to try to find some where it went. I don't know where it went. Look on the table. I see nothing but gray. I look on the floor. I see nothing but gray.
Yeah, that's gonna make a mess. Good luck sorting through all that to find it. We hope you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, with resin, 3D resin parts, that's one nice part you can make. They're easy to glue back together.
I mean, still have another one, but kind of having that one. Yeah.
Just have to keep your eye on that one before we wrap them up.
Let's say if I don't find it, what I do?
If it's just the header, you can always use solder. Make custom headers for it.
I mean, you can tell that.
Yeah. That the side where it mounts to the block or the where it comes
That,
out?
that, oh,
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Well, if you got any tubes, you can put tubes on the ends of it. Hmm. Where you going, puppy dog? Where you going?
Yeah, this is the one I did in the average non-blue. This is my complete sock one.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Straight sock. I painted the engine darker blue on this one just because it was painted the body that light color.
That's the AMT or the Rebel?
These are all AMT, MPC, same tooling. They
Yeah.
both put it out and the same. If you're everybody looking for one of these kits and you want the best one to get the one with the gold GTO on the front of the box. It has all the XXX GTO parts in it. So you get a third hood. You get a lot cooler parts in it. A lot more variety of parts.
Come with the extra rims and
Mm-hmm.
different seats and things.
Yes. Without having to pay, without paying for the extra price for the XXX licensing box.
Right, right.
But it has the extra, all the extra parts in it.
Come on, Kevin. You know they don't fix nothing.
Well, no. What you end up doing is you end up sanding the body a little bit to get it to tuck up in there. It's not a big deal once you know that you got to do it. The bigger issue is the rear bumper is just a hair too short.
Not quite wide enough.
No. So if you really wanted to fix it, you would have to cut it in the middle and stretch it. But it's just enough to be noticeable. And it's one of those things, if you didn't point it out to somebody, they wouldn't notice it. So I built enough of these that that's the first thing I notice is it all the time. And that in the very front of the body is supposed to come to a slight point, and it's not. It's flat right here.
Slightly rounded, but not quite pointed.
Yeah, it's not quite. It's got the point on it, which again is easy enough to fix if you want to take the time to do it. I don't know. I doubt I can get in there and see it, but my GTO had a red console with the Hurst dual gate shifter in it. So every time I build a GTO, I always put a red console in it.
Nice.
Yeah, and it does. That's the other thing the XXX one comes with is the different second console. So it's a cool kit to get. If you can find one, it's either the XXX one or the one with the gold car on the cover on the box art.
Right.
But with the parts that are in there, you cannot actually build the car that's on the box art. Because it's got the other parts in it. Because it does not have, I don't even remember now. There's one of two parts that are missing that you can't build this car as it is here. It's on the box of the kit, but you get all the other parts, so it's awesome sauce. Gosh, you need to do much of this one because it goes with the taste. But
That's the Foose version or the other one?
no, this is the monogram. This is the USAC build. The monogram.
36.
Yes. And this one the 55 Ford F100. I lowered the cab and pushed it back to help alleviate on the stock kit. The spacing here is big enough to let it drive a truck through between the cab and the bed. To me, the whole thing sits too tall.
Right.
Stock, so I dropped the cab down and then slid it back.
Nifty.
This one comes stock with the Chrysler K-member front end and the Corvette rear end. And these are the wheels from the 2016 Camaro Snaptech kit. I think no, these are from the 2001 this donor car. These are the wheels from that. Got a 572 in there, one of Miguel's. 572 engine in there.
Big up.
And this was what I used the nail striping tape on the bed on this one.
Nice.
Nice.
Looks really good.
Copper colored one because that goes good with the green. This one color shifts. Again, the camera doesn't do it, but it color shifts from blue to green.
You can kind of get a hint of the blue in there. It's kind of hard to tell if it's reflecting off of the computer screen or not, though. But
the computer's way over here, so wait that.
Well, there's some kind of light that's shining off of it.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'll turn the overhead off.
Oh, that's sparkly. Now you get serious sparkly look to it.
Yeah, all the metal flake in it is all turquoise blue. Put that over an emerald green paint. So when it catches the light right, it turns blue. The sparkly is over.
That's the pretty.
But that's as much sparkle as a 6 feet power boat, ski boat.
Right. The old gel coat that they used to use.
Yeah. And what is the hurt?
Oh, hiccups.
Some my exhaust problem.
You solved the problem?
I use putty. There's probably no way I can find it.
Blonder.
That he is, Kevin. Well, you've seen about 7 or 8 of them so far there, Kevin.
Bob would be like, wait, there's more.
Yeah. I think he said he was taking 10, I think.
That's what I'm sitting here thinking. Probably use putty.
Yeah, putty should do it. Oh yeah, he's got the hearse.
Yeah.
So that it did was cremated him and put him in a little small container and put him inside a hearse model.
Yeah, I think that one turned out really nice. The way the top all flowed together.
This paint is the same black as this one, the blazing black, green lacquer. Got just a little bit of silver metal flake in it.
Yeah. An aluminum suitcase. I've seen some pretty elaborate carrying cases for models that go to shows.
I use, well, I was going to what they're actually called.
Seems to me HPI guy displayed some wooden boxes that you could carry case with. I don't remember when it was, but it was part of his all the different cars that had came in kind of video thing. So it's not like a thumbnail or anything.
It's a Sterilite box with a clip lids, snap type lids. And they're stackable. So I can put them all on my hand car, my luggage cart.
Right.
To move them around. That's a show. Well, I've got a box with like it's a camera box. I guess it would be the egg crate foam stuff in it.
Right.
Or if I had to travel with one like the fly with a kit. It'll hold like 4. Got the little foam blocks in there that you can rearrange to
Secure your items.
right. I bought it with. I don't know what I originally bought it for something else. I don't know what I bought it for.
Where did you get a kit?
But it was a camera box, but I bought it for. Oh, I don't know what it was. For a computer console a small computer that I used to carry when I traveled. I bought it for that. It was constantly my computer. Apparently, had 3 or 4 screens broken. But I don't use it for that anymore because now I got the new laptops. They don't tend to break unless you really bust them hard. The first one I had with touchscreen on it. That's what it was. Laptop with a touchscreen. Yeah, not perfect, but it'll do it. If I missed one. Yeah, shit.
Yeah, missed one.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever hit it, that hit on the body, hit the hood right the same spot. There's a tiny little.
No shit.
Won't be putting that out yet. This is like boys and girls, 2 or 3 days before the show. You can check and clean all your models. Find all kinds of little things that are on. There's another tip for shows. Take just a plain picture frame and put something in it.
Right.
The Route 66, I just printed it out on a piece of paper. And you can put your model on it.
Yep.
Or if you're real fancy, you can prop it up and sit it behind it.
Yeah, like one of them little stands you have.
Yeah, I usually say this for. I'll probably use this one with the 32 Ford for the old hot roddy nostalgia cars. I usually
Right.
on this with the Route 66, and it's just I got it off Google Images. The Route 66 sign. It's got bullet holes and rust and everything else, and just printed it on a piece of plain white paper and stuck it in the frame. These are got snap tight lids on them, and they stack on my cart. And that's what I use to do the shows with.
Then you just store them under the table until it's time to take them home.
Yep. Then I can use my hand truck for when I buy all the model kits I want.
Right.
Two small model car. One was actually a pretty good one. I mean, I even got a first place ribbon, the 94 Ford. While the other show I went to, they did top 10. So I didn't make. There was a bunch of people down around.
I kind of, if I get one, I get one. If I don't, I don't. It's not a big deal. There. I said they just get thrown in storage anyway. Got all the awards. There's 4 of them. I don't even know where they're at. They're somewhere in this house, but I have no clue where they're at.
I used to have a couple of trophies that I got from my real car at car shows, and never really had any purpose for them once I stopped going to the car shows. I used to keep them in the trunk, put them on display with the car, and then after a while they just ended up in the garage, you know.
I do plan on.
Anything like that I have on display. I have my diploma and my and a regional chef award. It's the only two things I've got displayed as far as awards go. You know, all my modeling awards are just stuck in a Ziploc bag and thrown under the table.
Okay.
The only thing I do is take a Sharpie and write on the back what it was for.
What show, what year, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What car or whatever. Car or plane.
Well, I'll have a picture of it too at the show. I'll take a picture with the award at the show, so I've got that. But
So you don't build any military boats at all?
I've done one ship. I used to build them all as a kid. As a kid, I built the Constitution and the Cutty Sark and the Enterprise, and I built the Hornet, you know, the big aircraft carriers and stuff. But as an adult model, I've only ever built the one. And I was going to donate it to the museum here. And now they're trying to move the ship down to Florida. So screw that. I'm not going to do the picnic. I'm going to move away. Yeah, I understand they want to go there because that's where the ship was based when it was in duty or on.
I used to have one of them Cutty Sarks. Is that the one that's got like 60 sails on it?
Yes, the Cutty Sark is the big clipper ship. This is the only one I currently have. USS Aries Patrol hydrofoil missile boat, and it's actually docked about 4 miles from here. When after the Navy sold it for scrap, the guy bought it to save it, and I was going to donate. I decked it all out because I was going to donate to the museum they're putting out there. But now they're trying to get the ship moved back down to Florida where it was stationed. It's like, screw it. If you're going to move away, I'm not giving you the model.
Right.
But yeah, that's the only current ship in my inventory that's built. But I got the big Constitution that I'm going to get that here, come hell or high water.
Lego.
I need to go buy a table to put it on so that I can work on it as needed without having to worry about moving it out of the way for other projects.
This is the only one that I got. It's like 15 1/8 long, the USS North Carolina. The box is a little speckled with something, but it's not really my kind of kit to build, but I have one.
When I was young as a kid, I would build anything I could get my hands on. My genre just kind of changed a little bit. So I went to mostly planes, and then I would do cars for a distraction. And I started running out of room for planes, and I went mostly to cars.
If anybody's interested in this one, let me know.
I think the North Carolina still exists, if I remember right. It's a museum ship.
It's sealed. It's still sealed all the way around. I don't see any rips or anything in the bag. It's got decals. Uh-oh. That don't look right.
Well, I got a ship to build. It's the USS Constitution. I have not started. I've had it for about a year now.
Well, at least the paper isn't actually touching the decals that are there. It's only covering the numbers. The paper is kind of stuck to this, and these would be your flags. But I think it'll come off of there. I'm just not going to try and rip it.
They make ship number decal sheets where you could always replace those.
Well, the decal sheet is fine. It's just the paper ones that go for the flags. I think you can get this off of here. I mean, this wouldn't be of any interest, but these little ones up here would be for it. But it's just
Yeah.
stuck to the paper. A little humidity and it'll pop right off of there. Not a big deal. But
Yeah, for like the whole numbers and stuff, whole letters, you can get decal sheets for those. Because that Aries kit is actually the Pegasus was the model kit of the Pegasus, not the Aries. So I had to change the whole number and the name.
got the
Fortunately
two
enough,
little planes on it and a whole bunch of little guns.
yeah, and some Kingfishers on it.
There you go. There's your features. Yeah, my mom picked this one up at the American Legion garage sale, and I was like, well, shit, maybe I'll just turn around and build it and give it back to the American Legion. They can put it on display. And she's like, yeah, no, they won't put that up in there. And I'm like, bullshit. Freaking military, what better place than a freaking auxiliary legion, you know? But I never got around to building it. I don't know that I ever will. I might, but
I'm gonna try to start on my Constitution this winter. I've been putting it off. Definitely multiple videos for it.
yeah, you think?
One video itself, nothing but cannons.
Well, that's interesting. Bob goes on mute, and I can hear you crystal clear now. That's interesting.
Ooh, that's interesting. The most interesting man in the world.
Things that make you go,
I wonder.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is with that. That's an interesting one. Um, well, there is a set of headers in there. Cool.
Oh, since you can hear me crystal clear now. 1970 Buick Wildcat. That's what I'm getting for seniors Wreckfest group build.
Cool.
It's the Craftsman Plus series, so basically it has screwed a frame to the body, so that'd be easier to when you go to heat up, smash it, and then sitting there having like I guess hold it or tape it or something, and smash it with a regular kit. The hood
Right.
body, which that would be fine. Go to heat it up and sit there start smashing on it because I'm gonna kind of make this car look like it's been 20 times.
Yeah, some of them cars get extremely beat up, beyond legitimate beat up.
But still run somehow.
Yeah. It's kind of fun with that game where the damage is extreme. It's not realistic. It's extreme, but yet it's still a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Then once I'm done heating up the front end where I want it to be bent at and all that, I'm going to cut out the hood.
It's there.
Oh, it's there. Cool. Now try talking, Jonathan. Yeah. Cheater. That was clever, though. I like it. Much respect for that.
Oh yeah, the acrylic. Yeah. That's
Yeah, you
amazing.
see how it's nice and thick, and you can cut it down to whatever size you need it. And fingernail polish takes that right off of there, no problem. No scuffing or anything. It just pour a little on there and let it sit for a second, and then just wipe it around until it comes off. It's nice and clean. Give it a little 200, 240, 600 grit sandpaper to give it a light scuffing. And paint sticks right to it, glue sticks to it. A shop guard.
Wow, not a shop cart.
Not another one.
I hope it don't have kind words on the back.
No, it would never have kind words on the back. Not from that guy. He's an asshole.
Right?
If everything's in one piece, then we're happy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure which one was missing more parts than the other, but one didn't have as many body parts. Like the yellow one, I think, was missing doors and windows, I think. And every time you pick them up, the bottom stays put. So that's why they're in bags.
That's fine. That'll work.
What
But
kid
there's extra headlights, taillights, and
They're gonna
there's
get all cut
parts
up
there.
anyway. They're gonna get all cut up anyway.
But at least now you can compare the two bodies side by side and see if it's the right width and length and height, and see if it'll work. And if nothing else, the yellow one's just there for the nose anyway.
It should.
What kid is it?
One is a 300C and the other one is the Charger. They're both the Revell Uptown series, where the doors do a scissor like a Lambo, where they come up.
I'm gonna make a limousine, 300C limo.
Yeah, and they had glued the doors shut on that one, so it was kind of a bummer. But
That's all right. I'm thinking, for measuring it, that on one body I'll cut it right before the door arch or the wheel arch starts.
right,
The one, and the other one I'm gonna cut it right where the hood, right where the arch ends on the roof with the front, and then bring them together.
right.
If I can get the maximum length, and then I'm not worried too much about the interior because I'm going to smoke out the back, all the back anyway.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this will work.
Good, good, good.
Another project to get going eventually.
Yeah, I've built a few of them over the years, and they're actually really nice kits. They look kind of simple because they're kind of like snap fit type of thing. But once you screw them together and the wheels roll, and the doors open, trunk hood and open, it's got that cheesy little engine plate. But they're actually really, really nice kits. Big stereo systems and stuff in them.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, if this front will fit on that body, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be exactly what I want.
Yeah, when I put the hoods one over top of the other, there's only a slight difference in the curve. So I think you should be able to, you know. It's not like one was more flat than the other. They were really close, but not identically perfect.
If I surgically take it all the way back to where the front door
Right.
is, and use the whole front end, it should fit. If it fits, it should hopefully it'll fit.
Yeah, if nothing else, even at the dead center of the top of the wheel arch, or just the nose piece itself where the body lines match up.
So, it'll work. It'd be cool either way. Anyway.
Kind of like the hood that's on that one too. It should look really cool on a 300. It's got kind of the Hellcat SRT look to it.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Thank you.
Most welcome. Glad you got it. Glad it didn't have no shipping issues, and it's there.
Yeah. Yeah,
So everybody knows, if you see that 57 Chevy box kit, that's the same old freaking hot rod version with the doors opening and everything. That thing is a pain in the butt. It's got a lot of parts, but it's got a lot of pin marks everywhere.
And I will do a shop card shout out on the trailer video when I do that next week.
Cool.
With the intro on that.
Yeah, that one printed out just a little dark, but it was better than the other one I had sitting here that was like 2/3 printed, and as it was coming out, the ink started dying. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not sending that. I'll send a slightly darker one. I ended up switching it to where in between the lines of the colors, where it's black, I ended up switching it to white in there so it would brighten up a little bit.
I stick them in a book, like a photo album book, and that's where they go. And then I save, whenever I get one mailed to me, I always save the address, the physical envelope address, and
right.
Save it in my computer and on my phone too, so that I've got them. But yep, that's
groovy.
Cool. Coolness. That's when it's down outside. It's not thick. In there, pattern. Let's grab around. And take. Always, another show tip. Always take some with you.
Yep. Never know what pops off.
Shit happens.
Could be a side mirror, a license plate, a bumper. You never know. A wheel.
always buy a new one before I go to the show, and if I don't need it, great. It goes in my inventory, and if I do need it, I've got it.
Yeah, last thing you want to do is have to go to a vendor to buy some glue to fix a little, like a license plate that fell off or something, you know?
Several times I've done it to do that. Last IPMS show, my Dodge Phoenix, the freaking both the afterburner nozzles fell off of it. Nobody had any CA, so I had to glue it with model cement and sit there and hold it for like 30 minutes.
Well, there you go. Donate a bottle to the entrance people that are sitting there working and have a little sign, just in case you need it. Return if used. You know.
Some clubs they'll actually have a
repair kit.
First aid kit, yeah, at the show. It's a tackle box with all
common needs. Needs.
CA, little tube glue, with some light glue, a little blue tack, that kind of stuff.
Little buffing cloth.
Yeah, something for any emergencies. I've had busted landing gear on planes and stuff when I've got to the show, and even though I glued it, come back like 2 hours later, it was knocked off again because it wasn't firm yet, and somebody hit the table and it wiggled it and it fell over.
Right.
At least most shows you can write on your tag damage and transport, and they won't knock your points for part knocked off. If they come down to a tie between you and somebody else, then they would you would lose it on that, but they won't ding you for damage.
But even that would be fair, though,
Yeah, it is. All right, I'm gonna go pay the water bill, and I'll be right back.
Wildcat.
Wow.
I've looked at what I call the fake motors. Look underneath. Oh, there's a motor. Yeah, try to open the hood. Why can I not open up the hood?
Yeah, it's got just
Or,
that motor plate underneath it.
or it does open. Where's the motor?
That's what I did on my Impala. I just recently finished this one here. The hood was actually warped. This side would touch, but this one wouldn't. So I just glued the hood down, and since I had to glue the hood down because it was warped, I just stuck the motor plate in there. And then I didn't even bother with anything on the bottom. I just left it one flat black, and then I painted the motor plate. But it's kind of cool. Still a little wild with all the little doodads and things on her, but it turned out all right. It doesn't have to be special.
My motor is Ryan. Probably find probably Chevrolet G with his G.
I wonder if the reason you're breaking up is from Bob's fan. Because I mean that's kind of what it sounds like. Because when he was on mute, we could hear you no problem. We'll have to ask him and see. Hey Bob, you got a fan on or something?
Yes, there is a fan on.
Because I was wondering, because when you had it on mute, I was able to hear Jonathan without him breaking up.
I'll turn it off.
I'm not saying you have to, but can we at least test that to see if it helps? I don't know how somebody else on the stream's fan would stop yours from working. Sounds like all of his airplane propellers are spinning right now.
Oh, that fan's on the computer. I can't do anything with that one.
Oh, gotcha.
That one I can't do anything about on that. I'm going to see if I can hit the noise cancellation. That might help. Or I can switch microphones. That will help too, because it's not as close.
Yeah, because when you were on mute and Jonathan was talking, it came in crystal clear.
Let me change to the other microphone.
That sounds a lot quieter. No, doesn't have the white fan noise in the background.
I had the noise cancellation. I'm currently on 157. Switch microphones.
Now Bob sounds like a robot now.
At least I didn't hear you breaking up.
Now
Yeah.
switch to the microphone that's furthest away from the computer screen. That's
Yeah,
the best I can do.
We can hear you now, so that's good. Now Jonathan's turn.
So that means I could have been sitting here cussing you out this whole time. You wouldn't have known.
You're right. We wouldn't have known. I would have thought you were cussing at the parts, but
Maybe that's what his is probably picking up that sound, and the noise cancellation on his end was cutting him out. Maybe
that's kind of the only thing I could think of tech wise. I mean,
but I switched. I've got the microphone up here now instead of the one over there, which is closer to the computer. If I was smart, I'd probably sit there at the end of the table and sell these for $1 a piece tomorrow.
Turn around, buy 2 more boxes, and do it the next time again.
There's 24 for $10.
Yeah, if you can sell 10 of them for $10, you get 14 free. That'd be clever.
I'm pretty sure I got some Chevrolet motors just lying around. And then probably find something to use as a fuel cell. Or I could just make one out of the garage signs.
You could definitely make a rectangular one. Or if you have a big Sharpie marker, you can cut the tube down to make like a round gas tank and use the garage sale sign to cover both of the ends.
Yeah.
I know I got plenty of batteries because there's some kits that I've built that has like an extra battery, and then some stuff
Yep.
that gave me I got a extra battery or two. So let's see.
Yeah, for making a fuel cell for your drag car, you could definitely use the garage sale sign, without a doubt. And I can even show
Actually,
you a tip or two here real quick.
that's actually one thing I wasn't thinking of. I was sitting there thinking about my derby car ready to build. I didn't think about the feel for the Pro Mod.
Here's something you can use all that extra sprue for. Here you go, John. You got one piece of plastic, and then you got your second piece of plastic that you're trying to make a 90 with, right? For a gas tank. If you take your sprue and glue it in that corner, it'll give you a stronger bite for those two pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's shorter, I mean, it don't even have to be the full height, just something to give it a little extra to bite on. That usually tends to help. This is one of my plastic drawers. I can't flip it upside down for you, but you can see that it is full. And this is only one of 3 of them. And I got this little drawer is all my tubular stuff and little bits in here. And then I got 2 more of these big ones that are just for square rod and round rod. And like I said, I got a couple more for sheets as well. You can pull me off, big. But that might help you make a gas tank.
Okay.
Don't be flipping me the bird, little Skelly, man. What are you doing?
I'm cleaning. I'm cleaning. I'm trying to find him a new home.
He don't like any of us.
Hey, go jump back.
I'll replace it with a fidget. Replace him with a fidget spinner.
There you go.
Hey, skeleton dude, go jump back in that hole you just came out of.
Yeah. Get back in your grave. Grave? I wasn't in a grave. I came out.
He's normally right here. That's where he's normally at. But I was cleaning my areola here.
Right.
Yeah, with the whole fuel cell thing, I was sitting here thinking for a derby car. I wasn't thinking nothing about my Pro Mod here. Now I realized, oh wait, I might need a gas tank.
Yeah, you might. Because I know there isn't one on the Chevelle chassis. It's usually in the trunk.
Yeah. And then for my roll bar for my derby car, I can make that out of sprue.
Yep.
And then, because I'm going to use the roll bar from the Chevelle on my Impala, maybe.
Yeah,
We'll
and you
see.
can always add more bars to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the nice thing about customizing and making your own. There's no limit.
Mm-hmm. Kind of how I'm thinking, how I'm wanting it, how kind of like the look of the derby car is like the rear end is smashed up all the way to like above the wheels. It's a little sideways, and on one side it's beat so much that the tire is exposed, but it's sitting there like kind of sideways, sitting there, and when it goes, it's sitting there watching it wobble.
Right.
On having the front end probably smashed it, maybe pointed a little up, something like that. Hi, Dad.
Bruce.
Hi, Dad.
How goes it, Bruce?
Hey, Ryan, Bob, everybody in chat. Late afternoon nap.
It
Now I'll be up all night.
Cool.
Too much yard work early this morning, I guess. but it's got to get done.
So is that a parts box you got there?
Yeah, going through parts and pieces, trying to find things I'm missing.
Looks like
I
a
mean,
gold Corvette hood on the front there by you.
I got boxes and more boxes, and I got a whole bunch of boxes over here. I started it on about noon, and they're still sitting right here.
It happens.
That's gonna be rough.
So I'm missing parts for my Peterbilt. I'm missing air horns, missing the marker lights. I'm missing the door handles.
Side mirror?
I found the headlight pockets. I'm missing the mirrors. I'm missing the chrome vent for the air box, which on the roof, but that's no big deal. I can scratch something. Just bits and bobs and things.
Don't be calling Bob Bitsy.
If anything, a Bitsy. Go for the jumbo.
Bitsy Bob.
Bits and bobs.
All
Right. Rise and Bobs and Johnsons. Okay. How you feel better now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Hi, Joe, Kevin.
Did you,
Whoever
just call,
else in the chat.
did you just call me Blob? No, I said Bub. Ah.
Well, I'd hate to say it there, Bruce, but I might have the parts you're missing. But they're probably the wrong ones.
Well, like I said, I went through 6 months ago and kind of consolidated some stuff.
All right.
And my thinking in my head is I took all those parts, I dumped them in something else. And they ended up, I got like 15 boxes like this, of stuff. Here's a Dodge hood. There's a Corvette hood. Here's a Dodge hood. There's a part of a
chassis floor pan.
chassis of some sort. I'm assuming that's a GTO roof. Oops.
Yeah,
maybe.
Doesn't quite look like the 64.5, but maybe. A couple of Ford hoods, yeah.
Ford or Buick hoods. One of them said Buick stickers on the side of it. So there's another Corvette hood.
Yeah, that's what I thought that was.
I mean, I don't know what that's the ass end of. Some sort of funny car, imagine.
Actually, what was I thinking? I seem to have a part very similar to that, and I figured out what it was. I think I ended up putting my bumper box.
Well, then there's that's an ass end of a funny car, I think, with some taillight stuck on the end of it.
That isn't one of them roadster noses?
No. Then I got part of a roll cage of some sort.
Yeah.
They're just
Parts is parts is parts is
parts is parts, like Red says. Let's see, we got.
I am so glad decades ago I started sorting all my parts. Like all my hoods end up in one box. All my colored bumpers end up in one box. All my chrome bumpers end up in another. All my bucket seats in one. All my bench seats in another.
Well, that's what I was kind of started doing, and I just.
It takes a long time to do it, and the longer you wait to do it, the worse it's gonna be.
And that new shiny thing came along with that squirrel, and off I went somewhere else.
And then she came around, and then the kids.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
all else fails, you can blame Canada.
There you go. Hey, that's it. It's all Canada's fault.
Yeah, then Canada was born.
So I went through the box, so now I got to go through this and this. And I seen you guys look lonely because I just turned the stream on. So I thought, well, while I'm doing this, I'll sit here and
Yeah, we were
Packing for the
reasonably
show
lonely.
and doing minor repairs. We're getting ready for the show on Sunday.
I think Kevin was the most lonely of all of us.
Think kind of got the idea that I want to go with. In your trip build, I'm ready to order them decals from STS. Once I get those in, I want to build the little 66 Impala dirt track car first. Use decals from that sheet on there. Probably paint it maybe a red or a blue, something like that. Maybe red. Yeah, I guess we'll go with that. And put the decals on. Then what's left is going to go.
Austin.
What's left is going to go onto the derby car.
Nice.
Same number, and I'm going to put a kiss my on the rear of the car.
Yeah. Kiss this.
And there's all smashed up sideways. Bumper might be dragging off of it.
Yeah, me and Cliff were talking about it the other day, and it's like you can do a before the race or after the race. They're two different builds. One's beat up and one's just ready to go.
I have 3 derby cars. 2 of them were fresh. The other one was a guy that I basically made like the guy was a rear end. Like he has a little bit slightly passenger door damage, a little slightly front quarter panel
Kind of
damage.
like he had got into the race and broke down, and they left him alone the rest of the race.
His rear
Well,
end's
derby.
smashed up. Front end, fine.
Right. Yeah, you usually try not to hit him with the nose.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. But then you got some people that try to hit as hard as they can with their front ends.
Hey, if you got good momentum and you're going and somebody's in the way, you hit them.
It's like when you drive a semi. If a dog runs out in front of you, don't lock up the brakes on that 18-wheeler. It ain't gonna do any good. Dog's dead already.
Same with deer. I've seen so many people swerve and cause bigger accidents than if they would have just hit it. You know.
Yep.
If you're in a truck, you hit a deer, it just vaporizes. You don't even slow down.
Well, it depends on where it hits at, but yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Around here, everybody runs a deer catcher on the front, literally.
Right.
For that reason. Wow, a Model T radiator. It still has a T on top.
That's rad.
Radical dude.
Wow.
Looks like a 27 because it's the shorter one.
Yeah. And it still has a T on top. That's what's weird. Normally that breaks off. Well, all this stuff's 40 years old too.
Right.
And
I mean, how many people do you know have a GI Joe scuba tank?
Not me. I might have some from what was it, Sequest?
Yeah.
I had one of them kits that had some of them tubes in it.
So
G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
Yeah.
You're realist style when you had the talking G.I. Joe.
I wasn't fortunate enough to have any. I had 6 of them.
I just realized that with the senior decals for like a race car or whatever that's on there, like the number, it's 56. Then with the 66 Impala Super Soccer race car kit I'm going to build, the numbers that come with it, one of them is 56.
Cool.
So I may not have to use the senior decal numbers.
It's always a groovy deal.
I just realized that it's on the box art too. And I was like, huh. Yeah. Can't wait to build both, especially the derby car. Since 1, I love doing this derby, and 2, it's been a little over a year since I built a derby car model. Trying to find me a car for this year. if it survives, I'm gonna try to compete at 3 different fairs.
Does this go this way?
Yeah.
And this goes this way.
Sweet.
21 is
It's already Friday.
I know what that is. I know where that's going.
Model part.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's the 67 Chevy Fleet Side Wrecker. That's one of the rails that went down the side of it, the top of it.
Nice.
Missing a piece, but hey, that's what they make sprue for.
Right?
And I'm getting ready to start on that one I bought off of Jeff. Soon.
inboard.
The Vermont mugged him for the kit, came back down and be like, oh, I bought it off him.
Like this one, inboard, starboard.
I believe Sunday he's going to be on the model or
Tomorrow, I think it is on Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's Saturday.
or Sunday or something.
It's this weekend.
Yeah, tomorrow's day.
Yeah, I saw the upcoming notice on it.
Yeah, I said I like the thumbnail though. Mm-hmm.
Oh, from Acme, yeah.
I was gonna run over. Yeah, I remember seeing the pictures first time, and then it's like, no. And then there's pictures of Jeff. Oh no, not the model kit.
Yeah.
I didn't mention all these parts are about 40 years old. I've been packing them around that long. They've been to Tennessee, Ohio, Kentucky.
I've been everywhere, man.
Gary, Indiana, Mobile, Alabama, Phoenix, Arizona.
They've been to Indianapolis too.
I've not heard from East Coast, Kevin. I've not seen him in the lives or anything.
I believe that's a hood scoop off of a T-Bird.
Add in your 55.
You know, Bruce,
Yes.
the more of those parts that you identify correctly, the less chance you have of Alzheimer's.
Yeah, but what did I have for breakfast?
That's irrelevant.
Yeah, okay. Just checking.
That's that. What you ate is already eaten.
That's true.
Just eat it. Just eat it.
Yeah,
Well,
I passed my test when I took it.
Apparently, I've had several T-Birds. There's another one.
Are those from like the 55, 67 T-Birds or the 60s?
Yeah. Because I got a 55 and a 50. No, 56 and 57.
With and without the little porthole windows. Wasn't it 57 that came with the porthole?
Yeah, I think so.
I want to put in your 55 T-Bird.
That's a fender skirt off of something. Let me see.
I almost bought one of the Revell T-Birds yesterday when I was at the lobby of Hobbies, but I didn't do it.
That's a cute way you say that. Hobbies of lobbies. I will have to walk around to the next aisle to see if they got them cases over there.
Yeah, it said our store, the models are on in one aisle with the paint, and the next one over had the put in the train set stuff is all in one aisle, and then the next aisle over where the puzzles were is where the kits.
I've never went down that aisle before.
And they were down and it said our store, they're all the way down at the very bottom. in the aisle with the puzzles. But they were moving shit around in our store too. So by next week
Yeah,
it could be somewhere completely different.
they're doing mine the same way. That's
You just find somebody and ask where they're at.
yep. Well, I didn't think of that.
Because that I had to do too, because I had to run around because I needed some more the self-adhesive felt. And the stuff they had before, they don't have anymore. They just different stuff, which is cheaper, but it's in a plastic bag now instead of being on a rack with the rest of the felt. The other ones were $1 a piece, and that's $1.49 for two of them. So they 75 cents instead of $1.
Wow, that's just terrible. I'll tell you what, if you want any fins, I got fins. Well, I call them fins, or those louvers. I mean, I got louvers and louvers and more louvers. Apparently, I don't use the louvers.
Apparently not.
I mean, there must be 40 of them sitting here.
Which ones are pairs? 17 and 16. Well, that can't be right.
So probably for my derby carpet, I'm probably going to custom make some headers
19.
for it. If I don't have any lying around where I could just add something to it to make it taller, I'll have to dig through some boxes and see.
Ask your dad if he has any solder,
I doubt it.
because you can get solder in the right sizes for doing exhaust headers. You can bend them where you need them, make the shapes you want.
Headlight bezels. That's a 57 headlight bezel.
I mean, I got copper
Yeah, there's
wire.
like four different flavors of solder you need to get too. And you'll have all the solder you need for doing all kinds of things.
Yeah, you got garage sale signs, so now all you need is the solder. And then you need this, and then you need that, and then you need those, and then you need some of these, and
Yeah, because probably what I was going to do for the headers for is just make it out of sprue. But
yeah,
and then take the hobby knife, make some lines on it, make it look like kind of more realistic, and then cut a little small hole in the top.
Yep, that'll work. That's how I make radiators. I take an X-Acto knife and make little lines this way. I turn it sideways, make lines the other direction. Put a piece of flat, like plastic like this on top of it. I call it a radiator. It's my model. I can cut what I want.
oh, that is weird.
Down here, the radiators.
Oh, radiators. I'm sorry.
Rad.
Rad.
That's
Radiator.
rad. That's rad.
Yeah, radiator hoses.
Welcome to Radiator Springs.
Is that a tattoo?
Yeah, really.
I love that when he caught her with that little bitch strip on the back.
You guys actually see her blush.
Yeah.
Back.
The way she did a 3-point turn in an instant, that was awesome.
Yes, it was.
Here in Carburetor County.
He did what in his cup?
Oh, that's just a shame. I wish I could find the other one of those.
That's the surf hearse. Yeah, the surf woody. George Barris surf woody.
Well, apparently I've had it one time or another.
Yeah, you can. It's like a 3-in-1 where you can put different roofs on it with or without fenders. It's got like double or single back tires, and those fenders are the options for it.
Yeah.
Later, Boston.
This one was
Do stuff I wouldn't, so I don't have to.
Enjoy it, I would.
Yeah.
that one's starboard. That's the starboard, outboard,
Oh, good.
OS.
Is that where that ends up? I mean, that's not quite wide enough.
Yo, sir, what year is your automobile? Well, let's see. It's a 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 automobiles.
It's a Johnny Cash car.
It's 51, 62, 63, 64, 65.
I love that song.
It's a little bit of everything.
Somehow, some way, you found a whole trunk and a lunchbox.
I'm trying to figure out how he got that engine out and block out in his lunchbox.
Yeah.
Everything else snuck out my buddy's mobile home.
It's gonna go under it.
Hey, Bob, I got 2 important items for your next Hirsch.
Oh yeah,
Landau
Yeah.
bars? Landau bars.
Landau bars.
Yeah.
Damn, where were you a month ago when I needed those? Had to
Well,
make
they
my
were
own.
right. They were right here.
Right there. I had a scratch build mine.
And I bet you Bruce was sitting right there.
Yeah.
He was
don't
probably
think
in the
that little
stream when I
bucket
was building them, making them.
I don't think that little bucket was sitting there. But
No. I wasn't going to say anything until I see if I had 2.
Well, next one I'm gonna do is a flower car, so I won't need the Landau bars for
Right.
that.
Okay. Well, I was getting ready to send them to you. I need making another one, but I couldn't remember what it was you was going to do with it. And
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the
gonna
airplane.
do a flower car. So I get to cut the roof off of that one.
Yeah. Well, you don't forget to put the railing on it.
Yeah, well.
I should have sent you some of this aluminum, because when I seen that, that picture I showed you of that flower car, that whole bed is made out of aluminum. Well, most of the bed anyway.
Well, I just found another set.
Aluminum.
Check it out. Check it out, Bob. This is what I'm working on with that aluminum that I was just mentioning.
Smaller ones.
I got my little floorboard.
Cool.
You see the little ribbing in it,
Mm-hmm.
and the bead rolling on it. And this is the driver's door. It's got bead rolls in it, and it's all notched and everything to go over the frame rail. And it's got the little back one that goes over the back window, well, under the back window. And I even made an under hood piece. I just set it in there and scribe and mark it and do my little bendy thing. But I got tons of this stuff, and it's super thin. You can see it doesn't want to like flex or anything on its own unless it's in bigger sheets. But you could do so much with this so easy. I make all these little marks in it with a toothpick. Let me show you my little my bead roller. Come here. I haven't had this thing off of here in a while.
Sport engines.
Yeah, this thing stuck to the side of my table next to me. But this is all I did for my bead roller. I took 2 of these junky little wine business card thingies, and I just tape them so that they're just enough for the width of a toothpick to sit in there. And then when I put my part on there, I can run the toothpick right down that line and make a perfect bead every time. Where's my sheet? Where's my sheet? Oh, it's behind it. Dang it. Give me. I don't know how many feet of this stuff I have, but this is the stuff. super thin, super lightweight, bends and creases like way super easy.
Was that bare metal foil?
No, this is actual aluminum. Literal sheets of aluminum.
Aluminum.
Aluminium. For those British guys.
You're digging the egg plane, Mini Mike? What'd you do? You grabbed the egg plane, you sit your
Oh, you got your egg plane. Cool.
you cracked it, let the yolk fall into the skillet, set your fried up egg.
That's what BJ did with his MiG-15 from a couple years ago. He got a little, went to the dollar store and got one of those little bitty cast iron skillets. And he built this MiG-15 and he cut it in half and jagged like it was cracked open, and then he made a plastic egg dripping out of it going into the pan.
Cool.
He won a most innovative award or most imaginative award for it. He got an extra award, like a best of show type award for it.
See, just like that, I made a nice, perfect little bead on there. Just that quick.
Cool.
You can see it from either side if the light would quit freaking glaring on it.
You've been here this whole time, Fawfaw, and didn't know that?
Have a good night there, Jeff.
Night, Fawfaw. I mean, if Fawfaw said something in the chat, I've never seen him. But
No, I don't think I've seen him say anything.
Ellis just showed up for a little bit, watched for a minute, and he was like, all right, I'm out of here. And good luck on your model contest. If you're entering it. Let's see.
Might have to put some new tape on these. They don't want to stick back on where they were.
And I'm not doing much work right now, just not feeling up to it right now. Just feel like I could probably drop, fall right here on the floor and go to sleep.
No yawning.
Tomorrow I'm gonna try to get work done. I'm trying to hopefully the entire motor assembled and start with my chassis winding and extending. And it might start some stuff. Also, Flufflaw has been here the whole time, just hasn't said anything in the chat.
See how he is. Damn lurkers. We don't mind lurkers. They're watching.
And
I know Marcy's been in and out a couple of times.
And then tomorrow I'll probably start cutting on the garage sale signs and seeing how much I need to widen or how much width of a garage sale sign I need / layering to thicken it up so that it's not the chassis is not flimsy.
Right.
And then see about the interior maybe, and might try to get something painted tomorrow.
Yeah, no need to rush.
Yeah, I'm not rushing it. After I get done cutting that 2 places tomorrow, cutting grass if it's not raining.
Well, kiss my butt.
Smooch.
I've been in the process, I'm almost done with it, making me a cover for my convertible.
A timeout cover?
No,
Yeah.
just the
And guess what I
boot?
just found in this box?
A
Yeah.
convertible boot. It's amazing
right.
what you find when you're not looking.
And I've been through this twice looking for. That's what's, there's other tonneau covers in the box that was just sitting here. And this one was in here. Well,
Well, Bob, if people want you know, after hours, like, went in it now because they're ready to go to bed.
I
Well,
can if you
I feel
want.
my parents ain't home, so I'm unsupervised. I'm just saying.
mine's
Yeah.
mine's at the edge of town.
Yeah, you're unsupervised as well, huh?
Yeah, they've been there for a long time. They're not coming home.
They are home. They are home.
Yeah.
and I will be about all day tomorrow. Get almost an entire day to myself.
Okay, there's that box. Yeah, I know this was a paint box.
No,
That was my paint booth
I thought that was a diorama.
when
It's
I
like
was.
parts box.
I'm sure that wasn't the a la carte. Sure that wasn't a diorama for the breakdancing groups.
Actually, it was this car.
But it's got the parts for the a la carte in there.
Yep.
That's cool.
Is there a date on this box?
I wouldn't doubt that's late 67 to 79 or 71. I don't remember when the a la carte first came out, but it was late 60s.
Well, wouldn't you know, I painted over it.
No, wouldn't know it.
Yeah, well, I'm here to tell you. I think that's where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
Well, I'm gonna end the stream now.
All right.
As hopped on.
Give me about 20 minutes, guys, and I'll have one up and running.
Cool,
Okay.
cool.
I got
Give me-
plenty more boxes to go through. So, yeah.
That'll give me enough time to go grab something to eat real quick.
That's what I was thinking. Grab something, a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I done did that.
Sandwich.
So it's like I had energy, then as soon as I somewhat started working on, like I lost the energy and just got tuckered out. Like I was sitting there like kind of like yawning like 8:30.
Later, Mike.
Later, Mini Mike.
Oh. Thanks, Jonathan, for letting me in and hosting.
Yeah, about 9:30. I'll have one up and going.
Cool,
All
cool.
right, Bob. We'll see you there. Night,
All right.
everybody in the chat.
Later, John. Later, everybody.
Later, guys.
See you in a bit, Bruce. Don't be a stranger now.